My favorite gear company has done it again, Peak Design, and this year's travel line. This multi-part series is going to do a deep dive into the product, the 45-liter backpack, the various cubes and pouches, to see whether it's worth it. As a photographer, as a traveler, does it meet your needs? Does it meet my needs? This is my honest review of the travel line, so let's jump in. Today we're putting the travel line to the test in the field. All right, so I'm at the airport and I thought, okay, I know I've been creating all these videos so far, but I got no credit because I haven't really traveled with it. So I'm going on a short trip to Boston, really impromptu. I'm gonna be using this bag as my one carry bag, and I'll see kind of what things I learn along the way. I think it's gonna be a very interesting experience. So let's open this thing up. This is the small camera cube, the medium packing cube. Just kind of scrunched up all my clothes in there. Only staying there one night. I got PJs and change of clothes for tomorrow. I got my wash pouch, tech pouch, and my hard case for my Mavic Pro. And in here, there's a controller, my EM1 Mark II with the 7-14, which is what I'm using to film right now, and then finally a 12-40. So that's what I got on the back. All right, so what I got in the front here, and this top pocket is officially my sunglass pocket, so sunglasses are here. Flip this open, I got a sweater. Shoe pouch has my flip-flops. Got a bunch of random accessories like my microphone, my lav is here, chapstick, battery. So this is all quick access stuff, and decided to also put some quick access stuff here. So just meds in case I need them, business cards, memory card. I didn't really use the bottom pocket here or the one back here. Didn't feel like I needed it. But it's a pretty full loadout because I think all these clothes add to all that space. And I think lastly what I'll talk about is just on the side I got my Gorilla Pod, that's for some vlogging later, and I got my hat hanging off of there. So that is pretty much what I got in this backpack. It's pretty full though. All right, so now I'm through. I got my tech pouch. Time to board this plane. I think this is gonna be a small one. So we'll see how the backpack fares in terms of putting it under the seat. So boarded the plane, and I got the giant backpack here, of course. So does it fit? That is the question. Okay, that's regulation, right? This is an Embraer 190, and you'll notice that this is kind of what it looks like under the seat. That's how much it sticks out. Okay, so one idea I have is like, what if I rotated this around? And so if you give up your legroom completely, that could totally work. Okay, so I got the tech pouch in the front pocket here, and it takes up a bit of space, but it fits inside. Doesn't hit my knees, which is nice. But yeah, I got quick access to all of my gear, which is pretty sweet. So all my stuff's in there. Pretty good so far. All right, thanks. Have a good one. So I'm in Boston right now, and some quick feedback on just what I experienced taking my first flight with the backpack. It's pretty big. It fits underneath the seat the horizontal way. Vertically, it sticks out, so if they tell you to move it, you'll have to move it. It definitely fits in the overhead, but underneath, it'll take up most of your leg room if you're okay with that. I did find that it was hard to drop it down and slide it underneath, and definitely very hard to pull out. One of the concerns I have is really in the handle itself. Because it's so far back, it's hard to get leverage to pull it out. It kind of causes it to be in a weird angle. So I kind of wish that the handle was more towards the middle as opposed to the back side. The other thing that's been a bit annoying is definitely the zippers. And not the zippers are bad. I feel like these handles for the side zippers have been tough to use, mainly because of the loop that you see here. So this loop isn't a regular loop. I don't know why it was done this way. You see how it's looped like that. So you don't really have a whole lot of finger hold. So you end up trying to put your finger inside or holding it on the flat part here, which has made my fingers really sore somehow, I guess, by using this. I get why they did this, because they needed it for the locking mechanism or some of the security features that they built into the bag. But yeah, it's been a bit annoying to use. I kind of wish they just ended up using loops like this for the whole bag, but maybe it's a way to kind of differentiate the zippers as well. I've really enjoyed using this. I think this was really nice to have access to all my stuff on the flight. Now, one thing that continues to annoy me is that I don't understand why there are no handles at the top. So I always have to grab it like this, which is, if there's a lot of stuff, it's hard, and it's not slick, but kind of hurts my fingers as well because there's no real grab. Now, one thing I got caught doing on this flight, going through security, is that I was holding, because I was looking for a good hold, I was holding it from the handles at the bottom. But if you didn't fully zip the tech pouch, stuff is gonna fall out. So you really do have to be careful. You have to make sure that you zip it all the way, because you're gonna be tempted to hold it like this, which is gonna be a problem. Or you're gonna end up holding it this way from the top, but it's gonna make your fingers a bit tired because there's not that much grip, and you kind of wish there was just a handle there. So the other thing I discovered was that because my backpack is pretty packed out, there's a lot of stuff in here, and I got a 13-inch MacBook Pro in the back slot, that when I was wearing it, it felt a little awkward, mainly because I think because of all the clothes that were back there, it was pushing the laptop towards my back, so you get this like really strange sensation of the laptop kind of pushing against you. So it wasn't as comfortable as I thought. I tried with the more ventilated way of doing the back, which is to fold these in. That helped a little bit in terms of maybe creating a little bit more space from the hardened back, which is the laptop right there. But still, it felt a little weird. I'm gonna give it a bit more of a chance here, but so far it's felt a little awkward. I think this just happens when the bag is really, really full. Grabbing the tech pouch from here is not that easy, especially when full. You gotta pull it down a lot further to be able to kind of get to it and pull it out. So it's not that much of a swift motion. And I tried putting the tech pouch in the front, but it was a no-go. I got too much stuff, and it's way too thick to be able to fit in there, especially if you're not fully expanded to 45 liter. Those are my initial thoughts so far. I'm sure gonna have a bit more throughout this trip, but yeah, let's go. At the hotel, I was able to test the wash pouch and was pretty impressed. Even some of the spillage from the shampoo I was able to wash off. It hung quite easily, and it was very easy to use and access everything I had. We're hitting the road again. And I'm back at the airport. Sticks out quite a bit there.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Toronto.
And we're back in Toronto. Well, that was a short trip to Boston. I got a lot to share with you, so I'm gonna conclude with my findings when I get back home.